Hey everyone, welcome back to Kittitini Woodcraft. Today I have a special guest for this intro. Recently I've been seeing a lot of Pokémon videos going on YouTube, and it's really just making me feel nostalgic to get back in, and because of all the lockdowns and everything, I decided to jump right back in with the current generation. So I bought a Nintendo Switch and a copy of Pokémon Sword, and one of the things I really like about the Switch is the fact it is so portable, and I'm hopeful that soon we'll be able to get back into traveling again. So in preparation of that, I decided to build a carrier for my Switch or a protective case for my Switch that would allow me to take it with me wherever I go once we can start going again. And this case is going to look fairly large, however I built it so that way I could fit everything I might need in it. So without further ado, let's get to building. So the first thing we have to do to build this protective case is we have to take this piece of board and carve it down worse than Nintendo did to the National Decks and make it into our 6 sides. So we'll have the 2 tops, the 4 sides, and all of that will come from this board. This board is actually probably a little bit bigger than what I need. However, I always prefer to go through with the method of ordering way more wood than we actually need because I tend to screw things up quite a bit, and I would rather have extra wood from the same piece than having to go back, find a piece of wood, and just hope it matches well enough. Let's get to carving. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 marks in each side, and we're going to go and mark those to put biscuits into them. I'm not going to put biscuits into the edges because I am going to be rounding all these edges off. So now that all the biscuits are cut, we're going to go ahead and glue everything up. Let's keep working. As you can see, I've now removed the clamps, and I've actually sanded it with 120 grit just to try to even it out and get it so I can see what issues there are or anything like that I need to fix. There are a few little holes here and there that I'm going to be using the trick of just glue and sawdust and rubbing it in to cover it up. I'm also now going to use my jointer, and I'm actually going to put 2 joints into each side. With the purple heart reinforced in the corners now, you can see that I'm just rounding everything out. That way it gives a nice, cleaner look to the finished product. This is how I ended up getting the bottom and top half of the case. What I should have done though is I should have just cut it once and then made spacers to get the foam to fit precisely in the cavities that were created. I wanted to make the hinges inlaid so that way it could sit flat on its end when I had it sitting up. I did this through using my chisels and my router. And then I repeated the same process for the locking mechanism for the case. Now, using a grid of painter's tape and an X-Acto knife, I can place the different designs on the case that I want to be shown. Obviously, the first thing is the Nintendo Switch emblem in the center. And then I will switch to putting black around the edges. To be truthful, the reason there's black around the edges is because the cutting didn't turn out as smoothly, and that'll help hide any little cracks that you can see around the edge where the two pieces of case meet. The Pokeball is on the bottom. The left one is the Premier Ball. I picked it because that's what you use when your Pokemon are Gigantamaxing. Any other ball turns into the Premier Ball. And the one on the right is the Quick Ball. I just enjoyed using it because it's a lot easier. I wish they had that in the Gen 1 and Gen 2 versions. And I chose the Steel type just because I actually have fond memories of when I was a kid. I actually designed a Steel type Lapras when I was playing with my Pokemon cards the one day. But for the Steel type, you can see I actually had to take it and spray paint it. I tried just spray painting the plate, but it wasn't giving me a thick enough coat of the silver color. So to get the rest of the Pokeballs, I just had to do multiple coats and different layers of the painter's tape and colored paint. And then once that's all done, you can go ahead and take your utility knife and just pry out all the painter's tape to leave you with your ultimate designs. I also apologize for the video. I didn't realize it was shooting in this angle when I was doing all of this. So then you just keep removing the painter's tape until it's gone, as you can see, and you wind up with perfect edges of what you were trying to get. To do these, all you have to do is print out whatever design you're trying to do, place it on top of the painter's tape, and then trace it using your utility knife, and you'll get exactly what I'm showing here. Now I can go ahead and put the polyacrylic on to protect the paint and the wood. I only show one coat here, however I did 3 coats on both sides just to make sure it was well protected. Once the polyacrylic dries, all that's left to do is reassemble it and get the foam inserts in there that will protect the Nintendo Switch. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and tell me what your favorite type of Pokemon is in the comments below.